Good morning, my neighbours!
What is up, you sexy mother hubbards? Natalie Elphicke has defected to Labour. Nadeem Zahawi has just announced he's standing down at the next election. It's time for an alternative paper review. But first up to the Mirror this morning. No royal reunion on the cards, for these two are worlds apart. Wow? Yeah, it's very important. That's why we put it on the front page. Oh, okay. Yeah, was there not something more important, like a sort of end of the world, science-y, climate crisis news story that broke yesterday? Was there? Right, I don't know, yeah, maybe, but this is also bad aid. Right, yeah, I suppose what we're saying then is that the scientists who previously warned that an increase in the Earth's temperature of around 1 degree would be catastrophic and cause floods and wildfires and food shortages and mass migration, those guys, now they're saying we're on course for 2.5 degrees increase. So what catastrophe might that unleash? Yeah. Now we're saying everyone who might be adversely, murderously impacted by that and the royal fact, like we're all having tough weeks. That's what we're saying. Yeah, that's about the size of it. Meanwhile, the I lead with not even an interest rate cut could save Rishi Sunak now amid this defection row. And I suppose this is the main party political story for this morning, isn't it? Is that former Conservative Natalie Elphicke has defected to the Labour Party. And this has ruffled all sorts of feathers across left and right, because the Labour faithful, they're like, why would you welcome in a centre-right Tory who's been on record supporting austerity? She's disparaged Labour in the past. She's trashed what she refers to as militant trade unions. And then when you say, oh, well, Labour's a broad church, how is it so broad that it captures somebody like Natalie Elphicke but loses people like Diane Abbott and Femi Oluwole? Though personally, for me, frequent and fervent viewers will know that I like to only see the best in people. And so when you cold-hearted, tar-flowing cynics out there say things like, oh, a leopard never changes its spots, Aid. People don't change. I say this. I say, look at Natalie Elphicke, guys, huh? She saw the light just before a general election. Don't tell me people can't change. Look at Russell Brand. Accused by 5 separate women of sexual assault and rape and exposed in a Sunday Times investigation. Hauled into the police station twice for questioning. You think he's a really bad egg, don't you? And then he suddenly converts to Christianity. So, yeah, it's not that they are opportunistic grifters, Elphicke and Brand. It's just that they've changed for the better. It's inspiring stuff. Back to the I, though. I do find this quite funny, like the idea that an interest rate cut could have saved Rishi Sunak. Like, the whole thing with the Bank of England is that it's supposed to be independent. It's not political. They hike interest rates and lower interest rates based on what they think would be best for the British economy. That is the idea. In fact, they're so independent that when inflation spirals out of control because of political events, you may recall that the Conservative Party were like, well, don't talk to us about inflation. That's the Bank of England's job, is to get inflation down. You know, people like me crying about our mortgages after the Truss and Kwarteng mini budget. They're, well, don't talk to us. It's the Bank of England that keep hiking the interest rates. Now we're in an election year and inflation has come down, and there's talk of the Bank of England cutting the Bank of England base rate. Now Sunak and all of his cheerleaders in the right-wing press, now they're all like, oh, we should get the credit for that. F*** off. Next to the Telegraph, Cameron, EU must be tougher on Russia. You what? David Cameron is saying that the EU must be tougher on Russia. Sorry, this is the same David Cameron who gleefully took hundreds of thousands of pounds in donations from the wife of Putin's former finance minister. Yes. Yeah, he says that the EU has to be tougher on Russia. The same David Cameron who ostensibly took away our seat at the EU. Yes. Yeah, the same guy. Right. Oh, what? What is it? Nothing. No, come on, out with it. No, it's nothing. Well, it's obviously not nothing. I mean, look at you. You're all snarky about it. I'm fine. I'm absolutely swine. You're absolutely what? I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine.